A GTA family is fighting to have their mentally ill son transferred from the most secure prison in the U.S. to a Canadian facility. The man was 17 when he was caught up in an online terror plot to plant bombs in New York City. His family claims he's been denied medication and treatment in prison, and they're pleading with the authorities to let him serve the remainder of his sentence in Canada. John Lancaster has the story.
The situation right now is very risky, and he can lose his life anytime.
Abdulrahman Elbahnasawy says it's become a matter of life and death. His son, Abdulrahman, was a 17-year-old diagnosed with a severe bipolar disorder and off his meds when he met an undercover FBI agent in an online chat room back in 2015. From his parents' home in Mississauga, he agreed to take part in a plot to plant bombs in New York City. While the plot was never carried out, Abdulrahman was sentenced to 40 years in a U.S. prison. Recently, he was transferred here to the most secure prison in the U.S., Colorado's ADX Supermax, where inmates are housed in solitary confinement in soundproof cells for 23 hours a day. Elbahnasawy has no access to a psychiatric medicine or treatment and is fading fast in the U.S. prison system, according to his family.
He attempted to suicide 5 times in prison due to the depression. This is why his transfer is very, very important, because in U.S. he is not a U.S. citizen, so he's not eligible to go to a prison where is a mental health facility attached to it.
The family aren't the only ones calling for a transfer to a Canadian prison where Elbahnasawy could serve his sentence and get treatment.
I don't think we've done the right thing by him. And in that sense, I don't think we've done the right thing by our country in safety and security.
Psychiatrist and retired U.S. Army General Stephen Zanakis says Elbahnasawy's psychiatric issues may have made him easy pickings for security officials.
Law enforcement and security should be directed to the people that are really dangerous, who are really enemies. And just because a person's mentally ill, that doesn't make them an enemy.
Both Canada and the U.S. have a prisoner transfer agreement. Essentially, both sides would have to agree to the move, but neither country will tell CBC News if or when that might happen. Former U.S. federal prosecutor Andrew Frisch says it should.
He's not Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the mastermind of 9/11. He's not Ted Bundy. He's not Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. He's a disturbed teenager.
The family hopes the decision won't come too late.
We would never stop fighting for Abdulrahman. We would never stop fighting for those kind of vulnerable, voiceless, mentally ill people.
John Lancaster, CBC News, Toronto.